I welcome you to Beyond the 90 Minutes, where I give you every breakdown, every analysis, every punditry concerning football matches. And today's match is about Ghana Black Stars and then the Mali game. I am happy. I am very happy because we've been able to get one over Mali. So for the first time for the first time in a long time, we've been able to do the double over Mali because we beat them 2-1 in Bamako, and we've been able to beat them 1-0 in Accra. It was tougher than I expected, though, because at the end of the day, I thought that at least we would get two, 3 goals. But not considering what we were able to do against Chad, where we were not able to get all the 3 points, but we went to Chad and then we disgracefully, shamefully, came back with a point. I think that getting all the 3 points against Mali, it was very well for us, especially aiding to our qualification to the World Cup in 2026. But there are very key takeaways from the match that I would want to discuss with you. But first and foremost is, do we have a good coach? Do we have a good coach? Because I do not see why, as a country, Black Stars, playing against Chad, playing against Mali, and then we go 1-0 up, and then all we do is to be in a defensive shape. Why should we be playing against Mali in Accra? In front of 30,000 massive supporters, and then we quell into our shells by going ahead, by scoring 1. What do you think? Because a couple of years ago, if Ghana scores 1, we are seeking for the second goal. We are seeking for the third goal. If Ghana scores the third goal, we are seeking for the 4th goal. That is when we had players with massive mentality. We have players who wanted to win, players who wanted to score goals. And then today, Ghana scores 1 through some, flickering goal. I really do not see. But at the end of the day, it's a goal. We scored a goal, and then we absolutely created nothing. Nothing for the next 20-25 minutes. We were in a defensive shape. Is this what we are going to do at the World Cup? Where we are going to meet Spain, where we are going to meet Portugal, where we are going to meet France, and then we are going to be in a defensive shape. I think that Coach Otto Addo would have to necessarily, rethink his tactics. Whether we are 1-0 up, whether we are 2-0 up, whether we are 2-1 up, this is Ghana, for Christ's sake. We have to go there seeking for another goal. Tactically, yes. If you are leading 2-3-0, 10-15 minutes to the end of the game, you can try as much as possible to be in a defensive shape, but not when you are leading 1-0. No. I know the importance of getting the 3 points. I get that fact. But when we are playing against Mali in Accra, the most important thing, though, is to win. But at least we have to do it in a manner that is worthy of the Black Stars. And then we come to the players. I really don't know what is wrong with the players, because you talk about Kamaldeen Sulemana. What a talent. Fantastic. Tactically pleasing. But one of the main reasons why he has not been to the top, or why he hasn't kept that consistency, is the fact that he doesn't have an end product. And football is all about end product, because he's a good dribbler. He's very skillful. He's got a pace to bend. He's got speed. He's got understanding of the game. But the most important thing as a winger, the most important thing as a center forward, or the most important thing when you're playing as a forward liner, is your end product, your key decisions in the final third. Look at the ball, the massive counter attack that we had. Because he had pace. Inaki Williams had pace. Inaki Williams worked with him all the way from our defensive third into the attacking third of Mali. And what did we do? Instead of just laying the pass to Inaki Williams to just drop the ball into the net, he decided to take on the defender. Poor decision by us. These are the things that we are talking about. Because as a player, there are things that you don't expect a coach to teach you. You would have to. These are instincts. You understand? The same thing happens to Kudus. He did a fantastic job getting a couple of the crosses in, but at the end of the day, if you judge him on a scale from 1 to 10, I would give him a 5 because he had a poor game. Jordan, the same thing. He played almost 70 minutes, no shot on target. No shot on target. And then we had, what's the name, Semenyo. The energy, the vibe, the consistency with which these players play football at their club levels, I don't see that when they come to the national team. The urge to want to die for this country is not there. I do not see it. You might see it, but I do not see it. Because if we are playing against Mali and we are not able to go out there and then try as much as possible to get shots on target, then I don't see the. So is this the reason why members of the Black Stars Management Committee are saying that slashing of the budgetary allocation is a problem? How can you budget $2.something million to come and play football like this? How can you budget $5,000 for fuel to come and play football like this? We go to Chad and we budget almost $2 million. Management committee members are taking $10,000 and then we come and watch football like this. What are we talking about, man? You see, we have to be sincere with ourselves. The money that the outlay that we do on the Black Stars, we are not getting the return. We are not getting the return. Yes, there's a probability that we're going to qualify for the World Cup. But what comes out of it? The first time we went to the World Cup in 2006, we went to the round of 16th. In 2010, we nearly went to the semis. In 2014, we disgraced ourselves. In 2018, we disgraced ourselves again. Right? We disgraced ourselves. In 2022, what happened? Out of the group stages again. So qualifying to the World Cup now is no more an achievement. It is not an achievement. But going to the World Cup and putting in the performances that we did put in 2006 and then in 2010 are the standard now, especially the 2010 World Cup where we nearly went to the semis. That is the standard that we've set for ourselves. And Morocco has gone further by going to the semis. So going to the semis now is no more an achievement. Right? Because in 2020, in 2002, when Senegal went to the quarters, that was the standard for the that was the standard for the African teams to beat. In 2010, we equaled it. Right? In 2022, in Saudi Arabia, Morocco went a bit further. Morocco went to the final. Morocco went to the semis. So now going to the World Cup alone is no more an achievement. We broke that jinx in 2006 when we went to the World Cup. And consistently, we have been at the World Cup now. So we need an elevated performance when we go to the World Cup. But what I see from the current Black Stars, I do not really think that when we go to the World Cup, we are going to perform. If they want to go to the World Cup and have a jolly fanfare, fine. But if you want to go to the World Cup and then make an impact, make a statement, then we would have to massively increase our output and input. Because if this is what, and listen, my main concern is the fact that the cabal that is running our football has hijacked the Black Stars and are making money off it. Because I don't understand why a kit man should be making $10,000 per match. 1.2 billion old Ghana cedis, 120,000 for setting up cones for late. What are you talking about? What are we talking about? So sometimes, you see, critically, we don't necessarily have to criticize the players alone, but we have to criticize the management as well. Because if you are taking monies compared to the players, who are the main architects of the game, no, what is the job of the Black Stars Management Committee? What is their job? If you have 22 management committee members, even if you have 10 management committee members, each person taking $10,000, that is almost $100,000 per match. And look at the state of our local football. Look at the state of our league. Would those monies not have been better used in propelling our league? Instead of some unscrupulous few using the Black Stars as a cash cow, getting monies out of it. That is why I'm not surprised. Ket even went for a third term. What has it done for Ghana football? Since he replaced what's the name? Since he became the GFA boss, what has been his impact in Ghana football? They are just spending our money, they're just chopping our monies, and we are not seeing it. Doesn't tally with the performances that we see on the pitch. It doesn't tally. And when they say they are football people, which football do they know? What football do they know? If you know football, then we shouldn't be performing like this. We shouldn't at all. Another point because look at this. Coach Otto Addo is being paid 50,000 quid, $50,000 a month. That is close to $650,000, 650,000 Ghana cedis, 6.5 billion odd Ghana cedis a month. And why is he being paid such? He's being paid to do a job, and the job is to win matches. And then Coach Addo wins a match, and then we still give him a winning bonus of $20,000. Then what's the essence of paying him the $50,000 a month? What's the essence? Paying him $50,000 a month is to lead the Black Stars to win matches. If he qualifies the Black Stars for a tournament and then you give him a qualification bonus, fine. But you can't tell me that it's justifiable enough for him to be paid winning bonuses after paying him $50,000 a month. How many people in this country earn $50,000 a month? How many people? I won't talk too much. Let me hear your take. Let me hear your input about the performances of the Black Stars. Do you think that we are on the right trajectory? Do you think that we are going to qualify for the World Cup? Subscribe and hit the like button. I'll see you next time.